you hear the latest news? Atlanta goaltender Manon Rayom has signed a 3-year contract with the Knights, and she is now the backup goaltender. Randy, how about that?
I think it's great, and part of her contract is she is a checker at the local Marsh store 3 nights a week, and so we're real happy for Manon Rayom.
Okay, Randy said that, not me. Ready for the opening face-off between Cleveland and the Komets.
Just part of her contract, Tim, that's all.
I see. Ready for the opening face-off, Mr. Adam, the referee tonight. Paul Willett gets the draw for the Komets, and picking it up is Ratushny. Puck is at center ice, fired into the zone by Willett, just a little bit wide of the goal. Priestley has it for the Lumberjacks. They dump it right back down into the Komet zone. No icing will be called. Ratushny puts it around the boards. Boyce, lead pass.
Nice move.
Taken by Richardson, and to the line he goes, and calling offsides at the Cleveland line.
Oh, boy. I don't know about that one, Tim. I thought for sure that Grant got over the blue line, then made the pass, but I'm about 10 feet off the blue line, so I can't really see.
Yeah, we're a little bit of an angle here.
Yeah.
So the face-off just outside the Cleveland Lumberjack blue line. Paul Willett again takes the draw, gets it back onto the defense in their own zone. Richardson with it. Grant across the ice to Ratushny. Ratushny carries it up, fires it into the Cleveland corner. Going over his newcomer, Jason Winch. Did I get his first name right?
Yep.
Out front of the net, and it just trickles wide, and it's going to be picked up by Boyce. Winch back around behind the goal line. Willett looks around. He's got Ratushny breaking and just couldn't tip it in. Bringing it out down to the common zone. Back to get it is the goaltender, Gagnon. He fires it all the way out to the center ice.
Smart move, Tim, by the goaltender. I like to see them force the play like that.
Yeah, they can help themselves out a lot.
Makes it a lot easier for defensemen, and Richardson was taking the first man in there.
Mikhailiuk fires it into the zone. It's knocked down by the goaltender, Gagnon. Lucic with the Komets has it, and he tries to get it up to Hurd, but missed it. It's right in the slot. Look out. Max takes the man into the boards. Cleveland and right out in front, but the Komets gain control of it. Kelly Hurd over to the left wing, Max Middendorf. Into the zone he goes. It's played off his stick and fired around the boards. And the Lumberjacks have it at center ice. Tried to feed it through, but it's checked off by... Where's my cheat sheet for the Komets? Don't have one. Got a couple of new guys out there. Number 10. Right out front. Nice save by Gagnon. Laying in a prone position. Made the save.
10 is Bob Wilkie, Tim, from Adirondack.
Okay. Wilkie making his first appearance here in a Komet uniform. And 50 is Lynch.
Jason Lynch. And number 3, Joel Savage, playing right wing with the defenseman. For the most part, the defenseman's number. Of course, in the old days, that's what it was. It was usually 2 through sometimes 7 was considered the defenseman's number, and then from there on, it was on up to 25 was about as high as they went.
That's
anymore,
right.
You can't. 99 is probably about it.
Yeah, the numbers definitely don't have the significance they used to back in the old days.
Of course, I was a lot thinner in the old days, too, so nothing stays the same.
Play goes on in the common zone, and Bob J has it for the K's behind his own net. Fed up to Scott Gruel. Chinner takes it into the zone, goes to the center, and shoots, and making the save.
It's early, Tim, but I really like their aggressiveness. They're really starting to move the puck around, taking the body. With the addition of those 3 players, Tim, you're looking at 2 of them from Rochester, got Savage and Winch, and then Wilkie from Adirondack. If you look at their numbers from last year, Savage playing in 59 games with 8 goals and 14 assists. Winch, 73 games, 23 goals and 35 assists. And Wilkie, the only stats we have are 7 games and 1 goal. Different players have different responsibilities, and so you don't know if the guy was more of a defensive player or an offensive player. With stats like those, you don't really know.
And the Komets take a shot for the deep.
Yes, it is!
And it looks like it was deflected
Dupuis took the shot, Tim, and Colin Chin. Wait a minute.
They're going to wave it off or what? What's going on?
I don't. Unbelievable if they do.
Did he give the washout signal? He's going to say something.
Well, of course, we're quite a bit higher here, Tim, so we can't tell if that was really head high, I guess.
As we look at the crowd, so the Komets' early goal was taken away because they played the puck with the stick above the shoulder. But that does show that, hey, they've got the possibility of getting some goals tonight. So we'll get it back. Fired back into the Cleveland zone. Racine stops it behind the net. Willett back there. Oh, just tried to stuff it through. And one of the Komets is in the goal. Fletch. All the way back down the ice. Komets Bob J. Around the boards it goes all the way up to Fletch at neutral ice. And it's knocked out of play into the Komet bench. So we'll have a face-off at neutral ice.
I believe you're right, Tim. No, it's good to see a goal like that called back early. Just about had one right then, too, with
yes.
Racine playing the puck behind the net and nobody home.
There's a good shot. I like that goodie cam down there. That gives you
Mark
a real
running that one?
Yeah. Nice shot. Okay, back to the action. The play is whistled down again.
So many people out there remember some of these players. For instance, Perry Gancher, Daniel Gauthier, Mark Major, Dave McKillick. Patterson, number 8, played in Kamloops. He's just out of junior hockey. He's got a bit of a hair shortage right now.
I noticed that.
Grows back.
Like a skinhead. Remember John Fleisch when he used to do that back with the old Columbus Owls? All right, out front, nobody home, fed back in front, but Boyce is there to pick it off. Ian Boyce has the left wing side. He goes into the Cleveland zone, tries to get it over to Fletcher. It's picked off, and Cleveland just throws it back out to neutral ice, going back and getting it off the boards of Retuzny. Tipped back on the defense, so Muskegon. Right, folks, we'll get it Cleveland yet. Jeez. Retuzny all around the boards to Richardson. Up the ice it goes to Fletch. Fletch winds up. Look out! Oh, my goodness. It hits the top of the glass. I thought the people behind the net were going to be in trouble. And here comes Dick from Cleveland. He throws it on into the zone. Comes out to the right point. Fed back through. Nobody home. Middendorf goes after it. Up along the near boards. Lucic and Middendorf. And they've got Middendorf over to Winch on the right wing.
Nice move there. I like that.
Kelly Hurd back out to the point. Right in front. Defense plays the puck for Cleveland. Winch goes in, plays his man off the puck. Komets defense picks it up, but comes back to neutral ice. Andrusak has it. Throws it back in. Fort Wayne has it. Lucic. Middendorf, and hey, they stayed on the line. Hey, look, we go. A shot, rebound comes out, picked up by the forward.
They're going to come, Tim.
Dumps it out to McKillick, and Lucic goes and takes it right off of McKillick's stick.
Whoa.
No penalty.
Thank you.
Fed through by Middendorf, goes back all the way to Cleveland. They come into the Fort Wayne zone, dump it back down into the corner, chasing it down. Well, there's a name for you. Zajankala.
Tell you what, he's a big Indian. That's interference.
And up against the boards, out to neutral ice.
Good hit, one of the best of the night.
And here comes Chinner. He takes it in. He's got Gruel with him. Chin goes around, shot just a little bit wide, right in the crease.
Yes.
Rebound by Malaxo, didn't make it. The Komets have got the pressure on. Bob J has it back at neutral ice, and the crowd responds. A shot, and Racine makes the save. Dropped it, and covers it up.
You saw that? There we go. That's bringing the crowd alive, Tim. Chin took the shot, Tim, and Coleman took the shot, and you saw Gruel right there on the doorstep, and did not, make the big turn. He stopped and stayed right there.
And Randy, what I thought was going to be rather a paltry crowd tonight has turned out to be fairly decent here.
Not too bad. I'd guesstimate somewhere around 65, 66.
Maybe even higher than that. So
that's why I guesstimated.
For you folks that are coming out and supporting the K's, even though they're struggling here at the start of the season, thank you.
That's right. Well, 3,400 of them said they paid for their tickets anyway, so that's the go.
What else is there to do in Fort Wayne on a Friday night? I mean, after all.
Go to the flea market?
Okay, Komets have it. Berger's on the ice. Bill Berger makes his first appearance here at the Coliseum. Here comes Cleveland, 2-on-1, back over, and it's not going to get a shot off. Bob J tips it on around the boards. Gantcher right in front. Gagnon, they score! Gagnon couldn't quite get his glove on it, and Cleveland comes up with a slow fluke goal, and they have the 1-0 lead. Boy, Randy, how many times have you seen it? Pressure put on by the home team, and then the other team comes down and gets the goal.
Well, now we might say fluke, but I tell you what, Gancher's the man that takes the opportunity, makes the best of it. And Bobby J maybe should have tried to blast him, I guess, but you know, you're going to get interference call there, just like Fletcher did that one time in front.
Priestley gets the goal. Gantcher the assist.
Oh, okay.
And an icing against Cleveland, 1-0 in favor of the Cleveland Lumberjacks. So the Komets, all they have to do is keep on playing, Randy, as far as I'm concerned, like they've been playing so far, and they're going to be okay.
Really happy to see that 7 games into the season, Grant Richardson's still pretty healthy, and I think that's going to be a real strong part. Grant is really a tough defense when he's healthy. Good physical play.
Play goes on in the Cleveland zone. Thiessen, and is back out to the point to Richardson. He winds up with a shot and it deflects just a little bit wide of the post. Whoa!
No penalty.
A hit from the side, and here comes Cleveland, but they had an offside pass on the play, so the faceoff will come back down to the Cleveland zone. With 5-2 shots on goal in favor of the Komets, and all 5 of those have been pretty good shots.
Boyce took a pretty tough off-balance shot there. It's going into these boards are probably some of the best boards in the league, I'd imagine, Tim. They give a little bit. They're not real heavy, like the old boards in Dayton, Ohio. I remember from the old timers. Remember that? Ronnie Bremmer, remember that? He played there, and he'd get hit against the boards, and there was nothing but cement right behind him. It was running into a brick wall.
Look out!
Whoa!
Tipping it through was Duberman. And Cleveland gets it around in the Komet zone behind the goal line. In the corner, back out front, nobody home. Picking it up is Winch.
3-on-2.
Middendorf. Oh, nice pass through. Winch got a shot off. The rebound comes on around to the point. Lucic feeds it right back through to Middendorf. A bouncing puck goes into the corner. Winch back over to Middendorf. Middendorf gets it right back out to Lucic at the point. Lucic winds up, hits the defense. Kelly Hurd chases it down the corner, puts it back around to Middendorf. He's right there. Winch gets the shot, and Racine covers it up. Close call, good pressure, Komets.
It's all right. That's all right.
Looking better.
Max is going to get those. He's working harder. You can't help but thinking, Tim, we're up here, way up at the top of Section 9. But don't you see just a little bit better attitude off those guys?
Well, it looks that way to me so far tonight. Yeah, it looks like maybe they were told, hey, don't worry about what's happened the first 9 games. Let's forget it. Let's start the season out tonight.
Just has a whole, I don't know, aura or whatever. You just have I had a little better feeling up here.
The true test will be whether it lasts for 60 minutes.
That's right. Good point.
And the Lumberjacks beat it on down to the Fort Wayne zone. In the corner it goes. Chin is in there right out in front. Bob J there.
Nice.
Here comes Grillo at neutral ice. He's got Laxo on the left side. Scott carries it through and gets it on man. Right through.
Oh, what a play!
Nice play. And we're going to have a penalty called on Cleveland or slash.
Oh, I'll tell you. I don't know where the camera was on. Scotty Gruel there. He made some moves.
He made a real nice move.
I would expect what Chibriev was normally doing. I'd say a Scotty Girl, he's been around the league for so long, just so much patience is what he has, and just about puts you to sleep with that puck.
Boy, I used to get on his case. Jeez.
Well, so did I. He was a guy I loved to hate, and I did a pretty good job of it.
So, somebody tell me, well, that Muskegon has moved to Cleveland. Did they move to Cleveland, Randy? Okay, I'll call them Cleveland.
That's what that word across the front of their jersey is. C-L-E.
Okay. Cleveland. Folks, hey, I've heard Bob Chase do it before, so if he does it, I can do it. Okay, I got an idea. I'll just call them the Lumberjacks. How's that? Or the Jacks.
But he's got an advantage. He's on radio. And people can see where you screw up.
Face-off in the Cleveland zone. Goes all the way back down to the Komets zone. Gagnon plays it. Grant Richardson. Komets on the power play.
They've been struggling with this, Tim. We got to see how this is going to work tonight.
And nice play pass to Paul Willett. He takes it wide left side. Stops up there. And Gruel has it for the Caves. Scott takes a look. Feeds it right into the crease.
It's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to get back to Colin Chint back down the net.
So Grant Richardson has it for the Komets. 1:25 left in the Caves power play. And Bob Wilkie out on the ice now. There goes Willett. He takes some lumber. And it's in Wilkie's feet. Wilkie is a pro assigned by the Detroit Red Wings. Paul Willett fires it behind the net. Racine makes a stop. Back to good is the Komets. They'll keep it in. Wilkie left point over to Chin. He looks for Scott. Scott was covered. Back to Chinner. Scott draws down a little bit deeper into the slot. They get it back to Wilkie to point. He feeds it through and it hits.
Hey, got one. Let him touch it. Let him touch it, Colin.
That's right. Let him touch it.
Give it to him.
And
see, no, they're wasting time.
Komets are going to have a two-man advantage. And now, almost. Yeah, that's right there. So you want to let the other team touch the puck. And back to Richardson. Lines up. High one over the net. Middendorf has it behind.
If they do score, Tim.
Randy. Over to the left point to Wilkie. Wilkie's going to take a look, feeds it back into the corner, and it goes out. Now they get the whistle.
See what happens, Tim, if they score. Now,
that's right. The penalty disappears. Yeah.
But now we got to figure this off outside the blue line. Now we got two guys in the box.
Yeah.
Now, if we score, they've still got one. They got one man still in the box. Where before, if we score,
your point is well taken. Let them touch it right away. You got the two-man advantage in the face-off right there.
And then if you score, you still got one more man advantage.
Right.
So I think they made a mistake there, Tim, by not letting Muskegon touch the puck. Just shoot it right at a defenseman or whatever. You're better off.
So the Komets have a two-man advantage for 17 seconds, and then 1 minute comes out of the box, and the Komets will have a power play for the 1:43 that's left. Face-off just outside the Cleveland line, and it's put right back into the penalty box for the Komets, and we lost a second on that one.
Mark Richards, backup goaltender tonight for Mr. Gagnon.
Rather diminutive fellow, he looks like. About the size of Dusty.
Yes.
And that one goes up into the crowd, so we've lost 6 seconds on pucks going into the crowd.
They pick up anybody?
And Dusty, by the way, is the proud father of a new baby, Van Ellis emu, 8 pounds, 1 ounce, 21 inches long. Dusty has retired from hockey, living in Vancouver, selling jewelry. Bob J. back over to Middendorf. Middendorf takes a look around. He feeds it through. It lays right to the side, and it's going to come out to Racine. He pinches in, and Racine gloves it right out of the air. Not a real hard shot.
No, but I'll tell you what's a good thing. They kept pressure on. They still got the face-off in the zone, where I thought for sure is going to be iced again.
Yeah. Okay, the Komets are at a 1-man advantage now for 1 minute 42 seconds, and the face-off will remain in the Cleveland Lumberjacks zone. So we will see what happens here. The Komets out shooting Cleveland 10-2 so far. So the Komets are doing what they have to do. Now all they need is a few bounces, really. A couple of breaks here and there, and they're Look out, Ratushny hit a real hard one. And Cleveland fires it around the board. It's going to be picked up and iced down where Gagnon will stop it and leave it for Ratushny behind his own. Dan Ratushny. Komets have 1:20 left in their power play. Comes up to Middendorf, and that's going to be an ice on the Komets. And Komets just missed the pass, so therefore it's an icing call. It goes all the way back down to the Komets zone.
Oh, boy.
Who's your guest tomorrow, Randy?
We have the boys from the Fury. One for the general manager and coach.
Art Salzburg?
No, he's going to be on sometime. We have he and Dean on from Sports Talk.
They'll see what pro radio is all about, won't they?
Well, we might not be a better show, but we've got better food than they do. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. I can't wait to be on myself. Here we go. Face off in the Fort Wayne zone. We still have power play time to run. 1:08 left. Behind his net, Wilkie. That's not Wendell Wilkie, that's Bob Wilkie. Up the ice to Richardson. It bounces off his stick and goes back over. Richardson will chase it down on the far side. Grant Richardson takes a look around, feeds it over to Chinner. Chinner has it. He whips it into the zone and goes right in on goal, and Racine will hold on to it. 49 seconds left on Komet power play time. We have 9:01 left, first period of play, and Cleveland in a 1-0 lead.
I still like their attitude. I can just feel it up here, Tim. Even saw when Gruhl went in there, and Gruhl did not skate past him. He stopped and waited for the whistle to blow. Because until that whistle's blown, it's fair game. I don't care if the puck's in his mitt. If you can get it out of there, you can score with it. But so many times players go in there and they'll take the big turn, and the goaltender puts it down and takes off again and ices the puck.
Yeah. And that's
with a low around 30, and partly cloudy on Friday and cold with a high in the upper 30s. Scattered light rain right now and fog. 49 at the airport, 51 downtown. The time is now 6 o'clock.
Russian testimony on U.S. MIAs.
The story on All Things Considered.
Up, shoots, rebound, goes to Berger. Berger has it on the far side. Looks around. He's got Gruhl back to Berger, back to Gruhl. It clears the blue line. 18 seconds left in the power play. Komets over to Richardson. Neutral ice. And Grant feeds it on through, and it's going to be played by the goalie and iced all the way down the rink by Cleveland. That'll take care of the power play. Nice shot from that end zone camera we've got down there. All the way back up to even strength now, and the Komets tip back into their zone. Gagnon goes over and throws it on around the boards. Here comes Guy Dupuis to Laxo. Laxo fires it into the corner. It goes around the boards. Along the far side, Dupuis pinches in. Hey, here we go. We got a chance here. And the shot was stopped by Racine. The rebound was cleared back out, but the Komets have it. They try to clear it in front. And picking it up is Cleveland. Here comes Cleveland into the Fort Wayne zone. Tried to feed it through to Jangala. What a name.
Ah!
And
no
we're
penalty?
Have a no penalty on that. Bob J feeds it through, but it hits the skate of Dick from Muskegon. Jeez. Cleveland, I said.
I heard it.
And a nice glove save by Mr. Gagnon. 12, 2 shots on goal in favor of the Komets so far.
Well, I thought that was a possible roughing penalty, Tim, by Dick of Cleveland, but referee apparently was not looking at the situation. I don't know why the puck was right there.
As we look at the Komet bench.
Most times a punch in the face is a roughing penalty, isn't it?
Well, yes.
Or could be.
If it's seen.
Oh, my music. I love that.
And getting it for the K's is Ratushny. Here comes Dan Ratushny up to neutral ice. Feeds it back down into the Cleveland zone.
Nice.
Kelly Hurd, a
Oh,
score!
what a beautiful goal!
What a shot! What a shot by Kelly Hurd. Pick the short side. What do you have, 2 inches to get it in
I
there?
just say, was that a short side goal or what?
That was pretty. Kelly Hurd.
Just real strong determination by Kelly Hurd, Tim. Going after the puck. He probably shouldn't even have got the puck on the boards there, but he went around the defenseman and took a great shot on the short side. And he had a player with him over on the other side, too. I thought he was going to make a pass.
I did, too. Maybe the goalie gave him just a couple inches too much. But Hurd tucked it in the short side there, and it's 1-1. And the Komets needed that. I think we're going to be okay tonight.
You know, it looked like Racine might even been aware of that player there and started to make the move. He could have shot off his back and banked into the net.
12:59 in the first period.
Come on, boys. Don't be just...
And Ratuzhny gets an assist on Kelly Hurd's goal. 12:59 of the first period. Oh, almost deflected in by Willett out front. Komets pick it up. Winch back over to Willett. He's got Ratuzhny breaking, and Racine dives out there to keep it up. Good guys. All right, way to go.
On that shot of Ratuzhny's, Tim, I thought maybe he should have taken a look at his defense partner. He had everybody aware that he's going to take the shot, and I think it'd been a good time to fake him out. Or like you say, it's easy to be corrective up here.
13-2. Shots on goal in favor of the Komets over the Jacks. Young man yelling out the shout sound.
The Sharks.
And that's something we haven't heard very much lately, is the old Jungle Jim jungle cry. Into the Fort Wayne zone, and comes all the way back out to Dick at neutral ice. And Richardson and Chin picks it off. Here goes Chin, gets it through to Richardson, plays it off his skate, couldn't get good control of it. And Dupuis, oh, here we go, look at this. Berger gets back there. Way to come back, Phil. Back up to Fletch.
Nice play by Fletch.
Out to Chin. And a return pass to Fletch is picked off by Mikhailuk. Dick for Cleveland. And it's fed down into the Fort Wayne zone. And tweet icing, Cleveland.
Good call, Tim. Nice to see Phil Berger back there, Tim, for playing the defensive role.
Willett gets the other assist.
So many times you see a forward like Phil Berger that coming in here last year, 60 games, 60 goals, a man that normally, as they say, only goes one way, but it's nice to see he has some defensive skills. He's probably been working on those with a lot of practice time, being his first game, Tim. Had some playing time up in Muskegon with Bruce Boudreau's team up there, the Muskegon Fury.
Of the
Colonial League.
Colonial League. You can read all about it in Hockey Inc. They cover all of minor league hockey right here, Fort Wayne's own publication, Hockey Inc. 436 puck, the number to call if you want to know what's going on there. Shot by the Komets is played by Racine, and he hangs on to the rebound with 5:19 left, first period of play. You're going for a truck again tonight, Randy?
Yep, I'm glad you reminded me, Tim.
I could sure use a new truck. I could use any truck, be it new, used, whatever. Max Middendorf and Gruel and Laxo in the Cleveland zone. It's along the near boards. Pops loose, and Middendorf over to Laxo, just missed. And Gruel couldn't quite keep it in. He stops and fires it right back into the Cleveland zone. Bounces just to the right of Bruce Racine. 4:55 left, first period of play. To Nelson. Up the ice, and it's picked off by Bob J. Bob's been playing real good defense this year, too, you know.
Real smart flip there, Tim.
Well, see you later, Randy. As Randy takes off his headsets, throws them down, and rolls down the aisle while Joe Harkins will come right over and take over. How you doing, Joe?
Hey, real good, Tim. Glad to see that goal go in.
Hey, they're looking a lot better tonight, huh?
I'll say.
Now, if we can keep this up for 60 minutes, Cleveland's going to be in trouble.
Definitely a lot better effort by everybody.
Yes. Okay, here we go. 4:35 left, first period of play. Gagnon plays it around the glass. Comes all the way back out to neutral ice, and it's going to be fired back in by the Lumberjacks. Todd Nelson. Rotuzny behind the net. Around to Lucy. Can't quite get it right out front. Look out. And Willett goes in there and checks the man off, and the puck bounces on around the boards. Back out to Ganshar. Right out in front it is, and we're going to have a
first penalty on the K's.
High sticking call. Called by the referee, Mr. Adam, and going, oh, hey, you're right. It's not a penalty call. It's playing the puck with the stick above the shoulder. I thought he was going to call a high stick. All the same thing. There's a high stick sign, but we'll take that. Okay, so the faceoff will be just outside the Fort Wayne line because Cleveland played the puck with a stick above the shoulder.
Well, you know, Tim, one of our weaknesses is penalty killing. If we can stay out of the box, that's going to benefit us because the way the guys have been killing penalties isn't the greatest, but so far no penalties in the first period for the K's.
Right. You coming out tomorrow night, Joe?
Gotta work.
When you say work, you mean DJ, right?
Yes.
Doing a reception tomorrow night?
No, gotta work in the bar tomorrow night.
Okay, Chin takes a high shot. Over the crossbar it goes, and oh! Boyce and Lusick just had a heck of a collision.
Best check of the night right there.
Knocked Lusick's helmet right off. Boyce backhands it on around. And it comes up along the near board side. We've got 3:30 left, first period of play. This game is tied, 1-1. Berger into the zone. He's got a man hurt, and Berger takes a nice shot on goal.
Glad to see Phil in the lineup, aren't we?
Yes.
A lot of Comet fans are.
A lot of fans have been asking what's the deal on Phil Berger. Well, folks, he's out there tonight.
Needs to prove himself. He can get a couple goals, or at least a goal, a couple assists. Do him good.
Or at least some good quality shots.
Yeah.
As they keep track of that stuff. Hits and everything up there in the press box. So Cleveland into the Fort Wayne zone. A high one into the corner. Dupuis goes in, makes a check on his man. Duberman. Out it comes to neutral ice. Dick for Cleveland. I've been calling Muskegon all through the first period.
It's going to take us a while, isn't it?
Yeah. Middendorf has it for the Komets. He backhands it, and that's playing the puck with a stick above the shoulder, and that'll get a whistle.
If they don't call this one. Have you guys talked about the lack of emblem on the Cleveland's uniforms? Really?
No, Randy just mentioned, it just spelled out Cleveland there. It's, I don't know about you, but to me, like, when a team like Muskegon moves to Cleveland, I think they should adopt new team colors, new logo, new name.
I would guess it's an option with the club if they want to do that. They want the new logo, evidently. They've got the word Cleveland spelled across, which is pretty basic.
Yeah.
They could have done better than that, I would think.
And a shot into the Cleveland zone. Chasing after it is Scott Gruel. Middendorf, he tries to backhand it out front. It comes out front, but Cleveland has it. Mikhailic to the Fort Wayne line. Poke checked away from him by Wilkie. Laxo up to Middendorf and Gruel. Gruel has it to Middendorf. He goes left. Stops, but he falls down, so Cleveland will get it, and they dump it back out. But they don't clear it. Oh, he finally gets a hold of it, and they'll bring it on out. Here comes Cleveland's Gauthier. Look out. Right there it lays, and a score.
Mikhailic helped out on that one.
Could not get the puck cleared, just about 3 or 4 feet out in the crease, and Cleveland takes the lead back 2-1. Only their 4th shot on goal, and they've got 2 goals to answer for it. Meanwhile, the Komets have got 14.
Every time the Komets take a shot and it's not a goal, you can see them hanging their heads. It's just really sad. The guys will get with it, though. We've all got to have faith and stick with them.
Well, it's got to be disheartening. You're in a slump. It's early in the year. You're 2-7. trying your best to win. You have a good first period, outshoot the team 14-4.
Go in the dressing room behind.
And go in the dressing room down. You think, what do you got to do? You know, I mean, it's got to be frustrating. Because this is a good first period the Komets have played, I thought.
Right, yeah,
Real
it
good
is.
First period. A couple
small letdowns.
Small bounces, you know, and the puck's in the net.
Well, you know you're having a bad year when Kerry Lusick is one of your top goal scorers on the team. Bad start. Nothing against
Kerry down, but I'm sure he'd agree with that too.
Yeah, he's just not one of our top goal scorers.
Speaking of Kerry Lusick, he goes into the penalty box on a hooking call with 1:38 left, first period of play. What are you going to guess on the crowd tonight, Joe? You got to make a guess or you can't leave.
Gosh, you caught me off guard here. 6,750. 6,750.
Okay. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'll go with 68-30.
What has Randy said? Randy hasn't predicted
Randy,
yet?
he has to go down to the office and get the actual attendance record before he makes a guess.
But he still doesn't get it right.
No, it's amazing. Here comes Cleveland into the Fort Wayne zone. They're on the power play. Boyce throws a nice check there along the near boards, and it's going to be kept in by Cleveland. Nelson at the point. Nelson feeds it through, trying to deflect it in was the forward, but they couldn't get it there. And the Komets collapse in the box. Jason Smart. Less than a minute left, first period of play. 2-1 Cleveland. Nelson back in the corner, checked off by Dupuis. Smart has it again. Right out front, and a great save by Gagnon. That was a big one. That's a big one. You go down 3-1 at that point.
Oh, yeah. I think that was going to go wide, but let's not take any chances.
That's right. Better to be sure, huh?
We need a shorthanded goal. This would be a perfect time. Get Bobby Laxo.
There's a good shot. I like this shot from our end zone camera down here. The goodie cam. As he focuses in all the way down from section 3, upper platform, Mark Gavart.
Did you see him with the tie on the other night, Tim?
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I think he went down and borrowed that from somebody. And a shot, and the rebound comes back out behind the Fort Wayne net. Cleveland still on the power play. Poke back to Kelly Hurd, get it out of there. Clear to the sideboards. Ganshar and Hurd up against the boards. And now we're going to have
another penalty
call, a hold. So, boy, oh boy. This is
53 seconds of double man here for Cleveland.
Yes, two-man advantage for Cleveland. No, wait a minute. They're making the call the other way. Boy, I tell you.
Harry Ganshar, all right.
Yeah. Well, you know, the way the crowd responded there, I thought it was a common penalty too. So Ganshar, that evens it up. So, boy, that's a big break there.
We'll take it.
So both teams skating a man short. 31 seconds left, first period of play. Hopefully the Komets can get the draw, get it down there, and get a couple good shots on goal here. Maybe tie it up before they go into the dressing room. Bob J for the K's, fires it back to Nelson for Cleveland. Taken by Willett, he's got Hurd with him. Leaves it for Kelly Hurd, Willett goes to the net, and shot and rebound comes off. We've got 6 seconds left. Long shot in on goal, stopped by Gagnon. That's going to do it. And Joe Harkins of Livewire, thanks for stopping by and filling in for Randy. Always a pleasure to see you.
All right, let's go K's.
All right, we'll see you next time, Joe. Final shots on goal in the first period of play. 14 for the K's, 7 for the Lumberjacks after they had that power play. We will be back with second period action, but we're going to have the fan interview with Mark Gavart and Andy. You got anybody with you, Andy? Got anybody with you?
Of course, I suppose they had a lot of people complain that because there's that wire right up there that just all they do is hook it up.
Hey, you're out of breath there, eh, Randy?
Oh, I just enjoy seeing all these people, guys. It's fun when we're winning, they're looking good.
Third period just underway, and both sides are skating 4 aside. Down into the Fort Wayne zone. Middendorf has it, turns in front of his own net, and goes down the left wing to neutral ice. There goes Max. He can move. Max takes a shot. Oh, just missed. That was a bullet for a wrist shot. Max still has the puck, puts it over to Richardson. He feeds it on the side of the net. Picked up by the Cleveland. Close call there.
Yeah, it was.
The Cleveland defense. They take it into the Fort Wayne line, and they're offsides by about 5 feet. Next play stoppage that we have, we'll introduce the crew that's out here tonight on the 3-camera remote shoots. Young man looking for his seat. Comet hockey fan of the future.
Guy walked in front of me right there and started ducking like he was in my in my way.
There goes our standby color commentator, Joe Harkins. And the puck goes back to the Cleveland defense. Played back to the Fort Wayne line, Guy Dupuis. To Kerry Lusick. Neutral ice to Chinner. To Laxo, Bob Laxo feeds it through, and Chin hauled down.
Weak penalty, Tim. When I say weak penalty, Chin, it was sandwiched between both players. There's no reason why he had to pull him down, but he did.
So the Komets will go on the power play in 12 seconds. Scott Gruel has 12 seconds left on his penalty from the second period. And we're going to do the introduction now of our crew tonight. Hey, that was a whistle, guys. So who do you want to do first, Pat?
Well, that's Denny Sheebing. We'll do Denny Sheebing in the penalty box.
And we're looking at Pat Stelly and Eric Molberg at the remote controls there. And that's Rick Spallone, center ice camera. Rick enjoying it here. Hi, Rick. Good to see you again. And there's Captain Kurt Swenson. Captain Kurt down over section 11. And Mark Gavart, the goody cam operator, above section 3. Nice wave there, Mark. I bet you practiced that all night, didn't you?
Great coverage, fellas. Channel 33 doesn't have anything on you guys, believe me.
Thank you very much, each and every one of you, for doing such a superior job.
As always.
Get it to take them for granted anymore, you know it?
I'll tell you, even the one camera shot is a good shot. You know,
well, we're using that state-of-the-art Sony job there too. That helps. Wilkie has it for the K's. They are now on the power play. They have 1:30 left in the power play. Willett goes into the zone, left wing side around behind the net. And knocking him down, Gruel Chin looking for somebody. He got 3 men behind the goal line. And Chin has it. He puts it back out to Wilkie, back to Chinner. Oh, Gruel in a slot, shot.
Oh, how did he ever stop that?
It just hit him, that's all. It hit where he was. Racine just stood there and took the shot from Gruel and went into his skate, and that's where it stayed.
Racine, he's got, Tim, he's probably got 20 games, 25 games at least in the NHL. Maybe more.
18-15 left, third period of play. 4-3, the Komets in the lead by 1. As we look at the enthusiastic youngsters in the crowd tonight. Young kid there, about 5, 6 years old, likes the old-time rock and roll. I'm too young to remember that song myself.
Yeah, right.
Wilkie at the point, feeds the high one in, Chin gloves it down. Stops, looks into the slot to Scott. He shoots one about 2 feet wide, comes back over to Richardson. Over to Wilkie. Wilkie plays it off the skate, feeds it over to Willett. Score! Off the backhand, Willett!
I just ready to say, Tim, not many guys can receive a shot, receive a pass, and take a shot like Scotty Gruel can right there and deliver it. But just goes to show you what kind of offensive power we've got out there. Now, just starting to see these guys click, Tim.
Well, Willett, that is his 3rd point of the night. He has 2 assists to go along with that goal. And that goal came at 2:03.
Power play goal.
Yes, sir. A power play goal for the Fort Wayne Komets as they ring the gong in the crowd. Good job. Ks. Two goals and an assist for Paul Willett. A three-point night. Right in on Racine. Kicks it up to the side. Grant Richardson and Wilkie, number 10, gets an assist.
Oh!
Willett's second goal of the night, assisted by Grant Richardson and Bob Wilkie. At 2:03 of the third period, makes it 5-3 Ks, a two-goal bulge. Right through to Gagnon, and he hangs on.
Smart play.
Yes, sir.
Smart play.
Total shots on goal, 30-16 favor of the Ks, and Paul Willett will be going to Hartley's place to chow down dinner for two for his 2 goals tonight.
That's a heck of a welcome before a win, isn't it?
I wonder when they're going to start giving sportscasters dinner for two at Hartley's place. But I'll tell you something, Randy, if you go out there, it's a good thing it's not an all-you-can-eat deal, I'm sure.
Well, it makes you think that guys eat that much.
Well, if it wasn't for your radio show, your stomach probably would shrink somewhat.
Well, it's helped me in my lean times, believe me. You know what I mean.
Do anything to get a meal, huh?
Hey.
Middendorf, neutral ice. Boy, for a big guy, he's smooth.
He is.
Hurd busts through. Couldn't quite get the stick on it. Good move by Kelly Hurd. Comes around the near boards. In behind the net, Berger goes off to the Cleveland Lumberjacks. Fed through, and it's going to be poked back to neutral. And Berger tries to get in there. Berger not the fastest guy on the ice.
Hey, get a face-off in there, I don't care.
Maintain, and look at this. Down he goes. No penalty call on the play. Out comes Patterson for Cleveland. To the Fort Wayne line. They're onside. Feeds a Weidman through. It goes along the boards, and Gruel puts it out to Chin. Whoa. Gruel in the corner.
What a move by Scotty Gruel.
Loxo in to help out. And it's underneath Todd Nelson.
It's all right. We'll get a face-off there.
And it will be whistled down and faced off to the left of Bruce Racine, goaltender for the Cleveland Lumberjacks.
Good pass to him there at the blue line for Colin Chin, sacrificing his body a little bit. They're hitting a strong defenseman. Whoa.
Snyder beats Penn 28-14. Will they go down to the Hoosier Dome, Randy, now? And Lourdes leads Woodland 27-0. Dwinger shuts out Carroll 20-0. 21-14, Wayne over Homestead with some time left in the second half. Look out, cold turkey score. Point blank, Ken Priestley will get the goal for the Lumberjacks. That tightens it up again, 5-4. And believe me, it's anybody's game. Where do these guys come from? They must have come down from Muskegon, I'm sure.
Oh, boy.
5-4, K's in the lead. 15:34 left in the game. And Gagnon, Randy, didn't have a chance on that one.
Well, Scotty Gruel just got a penalty, Tim, for shooting the puck after the goal was scored. He shot from the crowd, and thank God nobody got hurt. But a little distressed, a little frustration. He might be sitting out 10 minutes.
Well, at this point, Randy, I think I would rather see him a 10-minute call than a 2-minute because we're going to be shorthanded.
Exactly.
This is one of those things, these little things that you have to keep your head on and not do it.
Well, it was a defensive lapse there, and Cleveland capitalized on it, and obviously they've been doing a lot of that.
And Scott did pick up a 10-minute misconduct. so the sides will skate even strength. Picking it up is Wilkie for the K's. He goes around his man on the right side, takes a little slash, gives one back.
We got penalty, 10-minute misconduct. Number 25.
Todd Nelson.
Yep.
So Nelson goes to the box.
Obviously, that was a verbal violation, Tim.
Must have been.
Komets had the puck, and not very often do you see a referee skating in stride and giving the old misconduct.
Obviously questioning the ref's heritage on that. So Nelson gets a 10-minute misconduct, and what are they losing when they lose Todd Nelson for 10 minutes? As far as scoring goes. Not much.
Well, no, not really.
He's only played one game, though.
No, that was six games, or six.
Uh-oh, 2-on-1. No, a high shot. And it goes up into the crowd in lower 16. Elvis is here finally. Had to work late tonight, folks. But he showed up. And souvenir time down there behind the National Serval sign.
And a fight's
and there's
ensued.
this little boy here is beating up this big 6'3" guy in the crowd there.
Trying to get his jersey off, can't quite do it.
I hope that if that's his hair.
All that over a puck.
Play goes on in the Fort Wayne zone. Behind the net, played around the glass, and down it goes to Boyce. Boyce and Dick fighting along the boards for it. Willett puts it out to big Steve Fletcher. Wind one up, Steve. Shoots! A nice hard shot by Fletch right on the goal.
That's what I want to see him do.
And I know Racine felt that on the knees. That's kept in. That's onside. Oh, now what are they going to call here? Oh, not so sure that went across the line, but maybe it did. If you're still watching this game, chances are you're not going to the Coliseum to watch the Comet Old Timers play the Flying Fathers tonight. Comet Old Timers.
Fort Wayne having the largest contingent of IHL old timers in their city.
Well, I wish we could find out whatever happened to some of the old guys from like the Toledo Gold Diggers, like Paul Tantardini, Joe Nathy, you know, like a where are they now type of thing. Icing on the K's. Here he goes, Elvis Presley, young Elvis coming down in upper section 1. Oh, a slow one tonight. He must be tired. He probably told Amstead today, hey, I'm tired, I worked late. Good shot from Mark.
Even ice repair there to...
Randy, you're leaning on your kill button. Good job, Dan Herber, young Elvis. A slow one. Throw the scarf out there.
Oh, man.
And here comes Kelly Hurd. He's neutralized. He's got Middendorf with him. On sides, and Hurd winds up, and it doesn't go very far. Blocked off by the defense. Back to neutral ice. Wilkie over to Bob J. Bob J. down into the zone. Middendorf has it. And Racine will hang on to that one. Takes no chances. Shots on goal, 32-18, favor of the K's. And the score is 5-4.
Oh, we got a penalty here, Tim. It better be 2-2. Nope, unbelievable. Then the Cleveland player came in and bumped him. See? Once you get the retaliation, then other times you don't get the retaliation. That's a weak call.
Nonetheless, that's the way it's going to be. Phil Berger gets the 2-minute call, so the Komets are shorthanded We still have 13:49 left in this game. And the Komets in a 1-goal lead, 5-4. Anybody's game yet.
I get so frustrated in that, Tim. Something like that. That's just ridiculous. Cleveland comes in there and bumps in, so that guy coming in is the third man in and gets nothing. I don't understand it.
Mark Gavart's son.
GJ, his partner there in crime, the guy in the green hat.
GJ doing all he can do to eat up Mark's paycheck.
Yeah, I heard he was getting paid crackers.
Behind the net, Gagnon plays it around. Komets are shorthanded. Cleveland keeps it in. Andrusak tries to feed it through. Comes off to Smith, and Smith has it taken off his stick. Goes along the boards. Laxo after it. Round behind the net, picking it up for Tuzny. He will fire it out, and it gets all the way down the zone. Back behind the net, Racine. 1:18 left in the Cleveland power play.
Flower play?
Easy for me to say, isn't it?
I'm glad you do that. I do it all the time. Dupuis. Dupuis.
Oh, dive. Give him a unsportsmanlike. Jeez. Dive. I saw that one. Oh, well. Look out. Down behind the common net it goes. It's in the corner. Fought for. Cleveland has it. Smith takes the shot, trying to feed it over to the right side of the net. Boyce, he'll ice it down. All the way down the ice it goes. 35 seconds left in the Cleveland power play. Mikalik back on the defense. Whoa, knocked right down at the Comet blue line by Wilkie, and down it goes. Lee Davidson and Pokey Reddick not dressed tonight for the Komets. Nor is Corey Kosher. In case you hadn't heard those names called, that's because they're not in uniform tonight. Nor is Igor Shabirev. Oh, I thought Wilkie was going to plant him one. Nice play by Bob J. Feeds it out and down to neutral ice. Both sides are equal strength. Wilkie has it to Fletcher. And down it goes to the Cleveland zone. 11:25 left in the third period. 5-4 the score. Komets in the lead. Dick for Cleveland up to the Fort Wayne zone. Down into the corner it goes. Fletch, he takes it, flips it up to Paul Willett. It's going to go back to the Cleveland defense. Whoa! A little bit high there with a stick.
Yep.
No call made. The shot, Gagnon makes a save.
Oh, another.
Ooh, boy.
I can't believe they let that one go.
In the feet of a couple players, and it's fed out by Winch.
Oh, what? No way!
And Willett taking exception to that high stick he took a while ago. Fletch goes in. Fletch says, hey, can't do that, guys.
I don't see how that was an offside, Tim. Just... Mark Wilkins, what do you think?
No calls. Roger Masono can set back down. As we look at some young Komet fans in attendance tonight, enjoying what they see so far. 5-4 the lead held by the K's, and we've got 10:53 left in this game.
33-19, Tim.
Yeah, if there wasn't any goalies in there, it'd be a rout, wouldn't it? Here comes Dupuis. He feeds it into the zone. Around behind the net it goes all the way to the corner of Berger. Out comes Jamie Hurd for the Lumberjacks. To center ice, fed off of the Lucic has it. He tips it back to the Cleveland zone. Playing it is Melanson. Melanson up to neutral ice. Middendorf bouncing puck goes back to Andrzejczak. Along the boards, it's in the feet of Hurd, and it comes out to Cleveland. Look out, there's Kelly Hurd. Hey, oh my goodness, he had a nice lead pass. Wilkie into the zone, drops it off for Berger. Oh, Berger just couldn't get quite too much wood on it. And it went wide of the net, so Jamie Hurd for Cleveland up the ice to Andrusak. And it goes to the Komets defense. Berger has it. Bill Berger. He winds up a long shot, stick to the corner by Racine. Comes back out to Richardson. He just fires it back in. Komets get back on side. Melanson to Andrusak. Andrusak down to the Fort Wayne line, feeds a long one in, and hanging on and covering it up is Gagnon. Less than 10 minutes left in the game. 5-4 Ks, 34-20 shots on goal in favor of the Komets.
Well, still too close for comfort, Tim, and I'd feel much more at ease if we had a 3-goal lead. But I think it's going to happen.
Well, Komets have more than doubled their average goals per game tonight. 5, they average 2.4. These same two teams are back here again Saturday night for a return engagement, and then they go up to Cleveland and play them up there, and I guess really it's kind of a rare 3-game series, you know. Komets come in, Chin, oh, he's knocked down. Around behind the net, Laxo, he's got Retuzny and Boyce out front. Boyce goes into the corner to check. He's been shuffled around there. Boyce goes after the puck. Fed right through the crease. Nobody there to tip. Laxo should have been an interference there.
A hook, if anything.
Nothing. Ganchar, he takes a look, winds up off of Retuzny's skate.
Nice block by Retuzny.
Yeah, he likes to block him, too. He's not afraid of getting in front of it. Icing going to be called on the Komets. 8:41 left. They could have called that one down here where Laxo went down, but they didn't.
I cannot believe. You hear a lot of people say that teams like that are affiliated definitely have the angle on penalties.
And we got a referee that won't agree with that.
It's just Cleveland's affiliated with Pittsburgh, and we're not a direct affiliate with anybody.
Play goes in on the Fort Wayne end of the ice. Fletcher dumps it back down to the Cleveland blue line. Thiessen dumps it back into the Komets zone. Back to get it Dupuis around the borders to Fletcher. Knocked off his stick right out to Lucic. And here goes Willett. Knocked aside by the Cleveland defense. Whoa, Fletch just about had him. Joe Harkins just about went through the roof there when he saw Fletch go in. Here comes Gauthier, shot, look out, it's over your head. Oh my gosh, good.
Man, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I never saw it. It went about 20 feet above his head, and that's hard to pick it out there. 7:45 left in the game. Cleveland trying to put the pressure on to get it tied up.
How many men on the ice? 1,
yeah, I see
2, 3, 4, 5.
There for a second they had 6, but the play was away from the bench. Middendorf for the Komets behind his own net.
Good move.
He's going to carry it out. Over to Fletcher. Time for a line change here. Fletch, just nice little feed pass in there. Cleveland has it though. Paul Dick feeds it into the Fort Wayne corner. Out to Berger, tips it out, look out, right there, fired back in, shot went wide. Berger golfs it out backhanded, it goes down to the Cleveland zone. No icing, it didn't make it down there, so Paul Dick has it for Cleveland. 6:53 left in the game. Komets lead by 1. Back to get it is Wilkie. And whistle and a face-off into Fort Wayne zone with 6:46 left. The following Fort Wayne players are not dressed tonight. Igor Shabirev, Lee Davidson, Corey Kosher, Dave Smith, newcomer Joel Savage, defenseman Steve Herneman, and Kevin McDonald. So Al's juggling up the lines a little bit, trying to find the right combination, huh, Randy?
I'd say this is an improvement, and it's not saying against the players that are sidelined for this evening. It just sometimes just takes a little bit of a shake-up to get things going, and everybody can enjoy in the fun. Because you know Corey Kosher can contribute what you see as the stats.
Yeah. Face-off taken by the Komets. Richardson has it behind his own net. Around the boards it goes, kept in by Cleveland. Fed back down along the boards. Look out. Nice block by Ratushny again. Fed down to the Cleveland line. They wave the icing off. Down there to forecheck is Loxo. In the corner it goes. Boyce comes up with it. He backhands it around to Loxo. Looking for some help. Can't get it out front. Hurd. Long pass out to center ice. Richardson fanned on the puck and falling down is Ganchar on his own volition.
Go, boys, go.
Colin Chen to the line. He's got Ratushny behind him. Dan cuts it around. Couldn't get the shot past the defense. And that goes into the crowd. The guy says, where to go?
Is that kind of deliberate?
I'll find it. Mr. Moore, the Coliseum usher, helping out down there. I got it. Igor Shabirev, 5'11", 170 pounds, born in Penza, Russia, May 19th, 1968. Fletcher being held on to. Intercepted by Dupuy at neutral ice, fired right back into the Lumberjack zone. And here comes Greg Andrusak. To the Fort Wayne zone he goes. Whoa.
I can't believe he didn't get a charging for that.
Because he left his feet. Look out, Fletcher and Andrusak. And they're going to talk things over.
I can't believe Fletcher did not get a boarding penalty there.
He left his feet, didn't he?
Well, anytime you use a board to try to actually punish the player, and he did there, referee standing there, I cannot believe he didn't call it, especially that it was Steve Fletcher, that 777.
Well, hey, he's got enough calls on him for things that he didn't really do that maybe that get a chance to even it out, huh? Hey, wake up there. You're on Channel 10, you. Hello. 5:22 left in the game. A one-goal lead for the Fort Wayne Komets, and it's a tight one. Andrusak tries to feed it past Middendorf, can't get it done. Ratushny dumps it right back down to the Cleveland zone. Chasing it down, Justin Duberman. Hey, Max has got a man in front. Berger. Whoa, it's right there in the crease. Nice shot by Berger. And had the defense not been there for Cleveland, it could have been 6-4. Berger looking for a man.
Oh!
Berger's in the right place at the right time tonight.
Some opportunities there, Tim.
Thiessen a shot, and it's underneath Berger. He blocked it. Look out. Cleveland crashes the net. Gagnon makes a save and hangs on.
Smart.
Gagnon hangs on, so with 4:38 left, the faceoff will be in the Fort Wayne zone to the right of Comet goalie Dave Gagnon. Whoa! I missed it by one. 68-31 the attendance tonight.
You better thank me. When I was down there, I told you.
Yeah, right.
That's what you said.
Sure.
So he said, I'll give him one off.
Hey, folks, that's the closest I've ever been. 68-31.
Gosh, you'd think he'd want a car or something, people.
And Joe, well, he didn't do too bad. Randy, you were a little bit high on your guess, but I've never guessed it within one person, I'll tell you that. And it been for me being here, I've been wrong, huh?
Yeah,
Colin Chin. to Boyce. He lost it along the boards. But Chin digs it out. Oh, Laxo goes in onside. Bob Laxo with the forehand. Score! Laxo!
Tell ya, that's the effort that we've been missing all year, Tim. That is the effort that we have been missing all year.
Yes, sir. Bob Laxo. And Colin Chin's going to get an assist on that.
And it started with a goal like Max Midnorf, that extra drive, and you saw it coming there too with Berger really attacking the zone and just about having a shot at the goal, a real good shot.
You betcha.
That extra effort's going to make this team come back from a sloppy start, I should say.
6 to 4 Komets. And Bob Laxo, that's his second goal of the evening. So he and Paul Willett will be joining forces and going to Hartley's place. I like the way Anstead said that on the PA. Boyce and Chin assist on Laxo's goal. Laxo and Chin and Boyce team up and make it 6-4 with 3:48 left in this game. Nice goal.
Not enough, though. Not enough.
Got it onto his forehand and burned it. And Gagnon takes no chances and hangs on to the puck with 3:38 left. No, but it gives you a little bit of breathing room, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure helps. Cam Presley getting a little side ache there from Scotty Grill's stick.
Thank you, by the way, for this phonetic pronunciation. It's Priestley.
Priestley.
Priestley. Like the way they spell those out.
We have a Lumberjacks roster pronunciation as well as we do with the League one. You took that, didn't you?
Yeah, I got that in my pocket. I'm saving that.
Study that at work when you're doing nothing. 8 hours a day.
Yeah, right.
8 hours a day.
Uh-huh.
Okay, 7.5. I gotta have lunch there somewhere.
Folks, Bill Clinton was supposed to be here for an interview tonight, but he's busy working on his transition team to be president of the United States, so he begged off for later on. Instead, Ross Perot may drop by. Of course, George Bush is going to have the most time of anybody, so maybe George will stop by. Boy, am I glad that's all over with. No more radio, TV commercials. I just wonder where all these people are going to go out and pick up those darn signs they post at every intersection in the county.
Really, recycle that paper.
.338 left at the Jungle. 6-4 in favor of the K's. Most goals they've scored this year, correct?
Yes, in some situations.
Oh, Butcher intercepts it, goes in, shoots. Oh, boy, that had to hurt. Nice moving, Steve. At least he got it on the net.
That's right. Hey, I'd tell you what, you can take that shot. It's a good shot, a good chance of going in.
I'll tell you, there's a couple guys that like to shoot it hard like that I wouldn't want to face. That's Fletch and John Hillworth. Hillworth could crank it.
Oh, he sure could. He's a big boy, too.
And the puck off to the side of the Fort Wayne net. Another one that had a very heavy shot, Darcy Keating. Remember Dad?
Yes.
He could shoot it, and you never see it.
Notre Dame player for a couple years.
Now a police officer in Sault Ste. Marie.
Yes, sir.
Gauthier tries the centering pass. Middendorf picks it off, and the Komets bring it back down to the Cleveland zone. Feeding it through. Oh, just missed Laxo on the lead pass.
I'll tell you, they're working for him, trying to get him his hat trick.
Around the boards it goes. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Komets up by 2. Gauthier to Mikhailuk. See ya. Back down the ice it goes. Into the Cleveland zone. Behind the net. Well, that's cute. Jamie Heward killing off a little time on the clock. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. In behind Ratushny it goes. Who's got it? Nice. Gone by Gagnon. Just kind of backhanded it over to the boards. Todd Nelson out of the penalty box now on that misconduct. Schinner has it for the K's. He tries it along the boards. Kept in by Nelson at the point. It's going to clear the zone now. Chin's got Gruel. Gruel has to go deep for it. Tried to draw it back. Komets will make a partial line change, and here comes Smart. To Andrzejczyk. Nice kick save by Gagnon. 1:32 left.
Nice easy dump, too. Everybody's holding up 2 minutes for delay of game.
Well, will it be called?
They're discussing it, I think. Yep, they're going. They're
Adams
going.
is going to call it.
Now that's a gutsy play, Tim, with less than 2 minutes to go to call a penalty like that. A bit of frustration, but you got to do it because it's a penalty.
And what do we got here? Mr. Moore, the usher. Somebody got tagged by the puck down here. And Racine, yeah, he shot it out so that it went right down there where you're looking in the crowd right now. The blonde-haired lady looks like she got tagged. Looks like she's okay, but I think she's a little woozy, it looks like.
Well, he's got a drink. I'm not sure who's holding who up.
And she's going to be okay. I'm getting the heck out of here. Face-off in the Cleveland Lumberjack zone.
Lumberjack?
Toy boat. Face-off goes to, who's going to get it? Cleveland's going to get it. All the way down the ice, 1:20 left. Intercepted by Cleveland in the Fort Wayne zone. Back behind the Fort Wayne goal line. Fort Wayne, all they have to do now is just kill it out.
Nice play there. Well, now they really need to apply the pressure, Tim.
Here comes Chin. Less than a minute left in the third period. Chin goes left side, looking for some help. Backhand. Let's score!
Yes, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Chin took the backhand shot, and guess what? I think Paul Willett got himself a hat trick.
Yeah, he did.
Willett has the hat trick. And Chin's going to get the assist on that one.
Well, I'll tell you, Chin was definitely the driving force in there, Tim, and making some dastardly moves across the blue line.
Yes, sir. Paul Willett gets the hat. 7-4, and believe me, the Komets needed this as we ring them up. You got it. 7. Gets the hat, and the Komets have got themselves a victory, folks, here at the Jungle. Gruel and Chin on the assist to Paul Willett hat tonight. Whoa, almost scored on himself, Todd Nelson did. Davidson up to the Fort Wayne zone it goes. We've got 30 seconds left in the game. Richardson plays it off the glass all the way back out to Berger. He shoots it back down into the Cleveland zone. Around over to Thiessen. 20 seconds left in the game. Berger backhands it right back down into the Cleveland zone. Picked up by Todd Nelson. 10 seconds left. That's going to do it tonight. Down the ice it goes. Backhanded Gagnon, and that's the game. 7-4. The victory by the Fort Wayne Komets over the Cleveland Lumberjacks. The final shots on goal. The Fort Wayne Komets 39. The Cleveland Lumberjacks 24. The final score on the board, 7 for the K's, 4 for the Jacks. These two teams are back at it again tomorrow night, and the Komets look good tonight, folks. They needed this in a big way. And a lot of people staying around, giving them encouragement as they leave. Randy, I'm glad to see this.
I'll tell you what, Tim, not to bust anybody's bubble, but the real challenge will be tomorrow night. Can they do it 2 games in a row? Can they have that scoring outburst? Can they do it again?
Yes, I think so.
And I think it's going to depend on what kind of defense they can bring out to the game tomorrow night. Obviously, they got the offense tonight, but if they can get the defense to be tough and be strong, not that many shots in the first two and a half periods, Tim. It can still score 4 goals. So
yes,
they need to work.
In his first NHL season, 24-year-old Lonnie Loach. Lonnie, I want to talk about the last couple of years. Outstanding years in the minor leagues, the Calder Cup championship last year in Adirondack. 2 years ago, you lead the IHL in scoring. But let's talk about the NHL. What's your first impression of the National Hockey League?
You know, by far it's a lot faster. The players are a lot smarter. There's great players on every team, and every team's deep. You know, compared to the minors, you're going to have one or two good D on every team. You know, a strong team will have 3 or 4, but you know, there's always weak links, and up here there's not too many. The guys are a lot stronger, a lot smarter, and you know, it's a step up. The guys are faster. The speed's there, and it's just like moving like junior to the minors. Now minors to the NHL is another step.
Right. Well, let's go back to Saturday night. A big moment for any player in the National Hockey League. Your first NHL goal. How did it feel to get this one under your belt?
Well, you know, it's something I've been thinking about ever since I got here. You know, I didn't play much in Ottawa, and you know, when it finally went in there, I was going to give her a little pump there, but Cap, he roasted us in the off-ice video, so I didn't do anything. Just, no, it felt good. You know, it's something I was thinking about for a couple of weeks, and you know, get rid of the goose egg and the monkey off the back. So, you know, maybe things will be a little more at ease out in the ice maybe now.
Exactly. Rookie in the NHL. At times this season, not seeing much ice time, a lot of time going between shifts. What do you do on the bench to try to make sure you're ready to go into the game?
Well, you know, I don't expect to play, you know, every second shift like a Robitaille or anything. You know, it's
right.
You know, it's a step up, like I say, and we got great players in this team, 2 lines, guys that you know, are great. So you know, I like watching guys like Curry and Robitaille, Sandstrom. You know, see what they do. You know, I got to learn here too, and just try to stay in the game mentally, because you know, if you're ready in your mind, you know, when you get out there, you're going to do good things. So you know, when I'm not out there, I just watch the guns and see what they're doing, and you know, when I get a chance, you know, I like to do something they're doing.
Must have been a learning experience last year in the AHL. You win the Calder Cup under Barry Melrose. Do you feel the same type of feeling here in Los Angeles, perhaps a championship team?
You know, somebody asked me that, a reporter the other day, and everything here is exactly the same. The systems we're using, the way Barry's approaching the team, and he's treating this team exactly how he treated the team in Adirondack, and you know, the guys are really responding. You know, it says a lot about guys like Paul Coffey and Yari Curry, and you know, the guys are stars, and you know, they come in and they respect Barry. He's coming in and doing a job, and you know, they're working hard, and everybody's working hard, and it shows on the ice. Right now, we're a hard-working team, and when you get your stars doing that, everybody's going to fall in line, and I think that's the biggest thing Barry was concerned about when he came out here, I think, and you know, he's done a heck of a job, and the guys respect him, and they're working hard for him. So, you know, everything's pretty similar.
Well, it's a pretty tough game tonight. A lot of hard work in the third period. The Kings could get back into it. Lonnie, thanks very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Lonnie Loach has stopped by after 2 periods of play. The Kings trail by 1. And for being our guest, Lonnie will receive a collection of compact discs from Epic and Columbia Records. Exciting new music from the hit movie A League of Their Own, and the new album from Mary Chapin Carpenter, furnished by Epic and Columbia Records, available at all record stores.
Well, some of the other guys back in. What do you do?
I'd go with the same lineup. They got you where they got you now. Maybe go on the road and say, hey, can we do it 3 nights in a row? We'll throw Kosher back in there, see what he can do. How bad does he want to be on this team? Yeah, I'd say go the same lineup tomorrow night. I'd still like to see Igor against a team like this. That guy, people out there don't know, but he's trying to get his family over here, and the United States is putting a crimp on it. So, you know, I think he would play a lot better if his family was here. I think right now they're working on trying to get his family over here. I think Dave Franke was talking about having a meeting with Jill Long a couple of days ago. So I think they get Igor's family over here is going to feel a little more comfortable. The Zinchenkos have been real nice to him. He's living with them, and his interpreter.
Well, what's the problem? Red tape? Is that it? Government red tape?
it's kind of unusual. I mean, they're getting all these other Russians in the country. I mean, it's just kind of unusual. They're holding up this guy with a wife and a child. So I'm not sure. And it's not the Russian side; it's the American side that's holding everything up. But I think I'd love to see Igor in there tomorrow night with somewhere, because I think he's going to need the confidence builder. Maybe playing with if Muskegon, if Cleveland will maintain this type of play tonight as they did, I think Igor could come up with some fantastic opportunities, as did Middendorf and some of the other players. Middendorf just, I think, played a real good game, and I think Fletcher played a real good game too. Very heads up, and did a job on the altercation in the rough house area.
Yes,
and I really like Steve. I think he really wants to play, and there's a place for that kid.
You bet. And you can go from the top to the bottom on the roster tonight for the Fort Wayne Komets, and I think they all had a good game. Included in that is goalie Dave Gagnon. Made some real big stops in there. There was about 3 or 4 quality shots that Cleveland had that could have made the outcome a little bit different, and he was equal to the task. He looked pretty solid in there, I thought. Yeah, there's, like I said, there's a couple of times the defense dropped down, and 2, I think the first goal that was on him was barely made over the line. And you never know, because we're way up here, what really happened down there and how it was shot in, and when did he lose it, what time did he lose it, and he's a big goaltender, and there's a lot of person to move around with all that equipment. It's going to be a different story tomorrow night. I think Cleveland's going to come out, and I don't think they played well tonight at all. That's still a 4-hour trip over here on bus, and it's going to be a different story tomorrow night. But the Komets, if they can come back and keep that intensity and keep that forechecking and that back checking, I think that'll be a lot less hassle to the defense. I think everything's going to come out okay. Well, the Komets definitely needed a win, and they needed a big win, and I think they got it tonight, 7-4. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. I was impressed tonight. They looked like they came out. They didn't have the weight of the world on their shoulders, and the crowd didn't get on them at any time, boo them or anything like that, which really I don't agree with anyhow. But the crowd support was there. I think they came out loose and ready to go tonight, and it helped out.
Yeah, the great fans here, and it was a good thing what you said on the show the other night. The fair weather fans, hey, come out here. They got 3,400 season tickets sold. This is still the hot ticket in town, and I think it's going to remain to be the hot ticket in town. You might see the big turnaround tonight, and I just hope it is.
Okay, Randy Markham, thank you very much, and we'll be looking forward to hearing you on WGL's Fat Guys on Sports tomorrow. For the big crew out here, Captain Kirk, Rick. No, geez, did I mess that up? Sorry, folks, these guys are going to kill me tonight. Ricky Spallone right here on the camera for me right now. Kirk Swenson down on the Section 11 camera. Mark Gavart down above Section 3. And Pat Stelty, as ever, doing the directing down there in the corner above Section 6. And the staffer, Eric Mulberg. To each of you guys, thank you very much. And to Channel 10, thanks for the support you've given us so far in the past, and in the future we know you'll look forward to it again, right?
And maybe if you really want to, what we're trying to do, I'm trying to get the Coliseum to run, when we do tapings out here, to run directly into the Coliseum concessions, canteens, and into the lounge. Nothing against what the Komets are. They're running off the Komet feed, which is all instructional viewing. So what we're saying is, if maybe you people out there give the Coliseum a call and say, hey, why don't you put the Channel 10's broadcast in the lounge and in the canteens whenever they're there, because I think we're going to give you a lot better coverage. There won't be any sounds. You know, I'm not trying to get anything plugs for us as far as talking.
Right.
But for you fans that are out there at the canteen and getting the beverages and the little spot of alcohol or whatever, you're going to get a lot better viewing pleasure, believe me. You'll be able to see a lot. These cameras are great. These guys do a great job, and I'd like to share it with you.
Okay, Randy, thank you very much. Good point. Thanks for being with us again right here on Channel 10's presentation of the Komet Hockey Game of the Week. We'll see you again next week. You guys all take care. Good night.